you are putting pictures inside these boxes, don't put a picture this little. Hi, and welcome to All Things Styled by Pam. I wanted to come on here for a few moments. I wanted to explain something that I probably didn't. I did a short on me doing, well, not doing the wall, but showing you the wall. I didn't have it finished on this side, but I finally got everything done and finished. And I just wanted to come on for a minute because I am so proud of myself. I am 57 years old and I have not sat down yet since I started doing these type of projects right here. And I know you've seen the one in my bedroom and the one in my hallway. I was just inspired. I wanted something different to go on the back of the wall. Now, if you've been following me long enough, everyone knows that I am all about that background. Okay, when I am filming my YouTube videos, what is in the back of me is so important. Okay, now let me explain something. I'm sitting on a ladder right now because I wanted to sit high enough to be able to show you or talk to you about some things that I did to the wall. Now, with this piece right here, I went to Lowe's and I picked up, it was longer than this, but it's been cut off. So I picked up this right here, this board right here, and I think this is a 1x6, 8 inches. And all I did was determine how I wanted to, how far apart that I wanted the boxes to be. Now, the reason why the box on, and I'll show you in a minute, the box on that end is smaller than, and on that end is smaller than the two boxes that I got right here. It's because when I hang photos, I don't like hanging a photo across the molding. That's just me personally, okay? So what I did was I picked up this board right here and I picked up this molding, which is what I have in my bedroom and in the hallway. So this is what I picked up. And my saw, I need to change my blade because my saw broke this off right here, if you can see it. Now, as I always say, before you start a project, always do your research, okay? And I did do my research, and I was under the assumption that this right here, which is what okay, wait a minute. Let me get up for a second. Let me get up, and let me move my ladder. Okay. Now you can see better. What I did was I took this board right here and I went like this, okay? And I went all the way up and all the way down, okay? And to put these in the boxes right here, I used this right here, as I just said, and I got this from Lowe's as well too. And what I did was I just placed it in here like this, and you do have to measure. You have to make sure your measurements are right, because if you don't, you'll have a gap right here. And I do have probably 1, 2, I think 3 gaps, okay? Because for some odd reason, my saw, when I was cutting the trim, it kept just snapping off this part right here, if you can see it. And it was driving me crazy. And I know I did a short on this last night, but I wanted to come on here to do a little bit more detail. Now, I did patch up all of the holes that I had in the wall. I did have something previously up here. Now, you probably don't have to do this, but when you're putting up any kind of molding, put one nail in and then one nail here, and one nail, you know, around the box. And the reason why I say that is because I got crazy with the nailing. And then when I felt like it was off a little bit, I had to take it back off. And I use this tool right here now. Whether this is the right tool or not, it is for baseboards, to take off your baseboards. But it didn't scratch up the wall or anything like that. I had to put it in here. Wait a minute. I had to put it in like this and then take a rubber mallet, okay, to bang it in order to pull it back off the wall. Now, if you hit a stud, it's going to be hard for you to get it back off. And that's what I was doing. I accidentally went into a stud, well, which is what you're supposed to do. I went into a stud, then when I realized that the measurements weren't right, then I had to take it back off and move it over to the left a little bit or move it back over to the right a little bit. I did measure the wall and everything, but I don't know if I was shifting the board, but I was trying to make sure that the boards were straight. And I was using my level right here to make sure that it was straight. But for some odd reason, I ended too far over or too far this way. Now, as you can see, I did patch up the holes. I still got two holes I still got to patch. But I just wanted to come on here really quickly. Now, let me tell you, if your nail don't go in, I picked this up from Lowe's right here. It's by Cobalt, but I can't remember the name of it. And what it does is, you see this right here? Okay, you see that? So when you put this over the nail, and what I use the mallet. So if the nail don't go all the way in, this right here will help push your nail in. So all you do is put it over the nail like that, and then just bang it like that, so that way the nail will go in even further. And that will happen when you go into a stud sometimes. It won't sink all the way in. So as I was saying, I took this board right here. I went down and across with this board right here. There's a video of, I'm going to see if I can find it. This couple, they did the same thing, and he named it a double panel wall molding. I think that's what it is. And I loved it. And I thought that it would be absolutely perfect in this room. Now, if I had been thinking, I would have did this in my master bedroom. I really would have. So, as you can see on that end right there, I winded up using a 1x4 board. And that's what they did. I'm not sure. I hope I got the board right. The name of the board. So he used a 1x4 on that end right there, and on the other end, right? So basically, he saved the board like this for the top of the ceiling. If you can see that right there, for the top, and then he didn't use it on the baseboard. Now, I did not take my baseboards off. If you want to take your baseboards off, you definitely can. It's probably better, but since it's going to be behind my sofa, I did not take it off. I did not want to take it off. So basically, all I did was I used that board down there at the end on my baseboards. And what I'll do is take a picture just to show you. It'll make it look much better when you take off your baseboards, but I didn't take my baseboards off. But I wanted to come on here for a few minutes just to go in depth a little bit more. And one more thing. With this right here, I did not cut this at an angle. This I had to cut at a 45-degree angle. This I did not. And it's gonna look like, I'm trying not to fall, it's gonna look like, as you can see right here, I did put, I forgot what you call it, which is right here too. I did put it right here because I have to sand it and I have to caulk it. So that way you really can't see where the boards separate from or where it looked like I put them together. So all I did was took a board like this and I just placed it right here. This board comes down right here, and I want to make sure you don't see the seam. And from when I was watching the other video, I didn't see where they miter cut this, which means that you cut it at a slant or something like this. And I hope I'm explaining that right. So it was an easy project to do. All I did was, the board wasn't long enough to go from the ceiling all the way down to the floor. So I had to cut the board like right here on up and then add in another piece. And that is the reason why you see this right here, because like I said, I got a sand. I'm really happy as to how this came out. I'm tired of painting. It's like I choose the projects that I choose to do, I have to paint. But I'm really happy as to how everything came out. I hope that when I prime the board down here, it will look cohesive with this right here. So this is what the ceiling looks like. As you can see, I have this well, it's this way. I have this at the top. Oh, I'm short. I have this at the top inside of the boxes. And really, to tell you honestly, it should have been more wider because I wanted it to come over the board right here. But see, when I was in the store and I had the board, yeah, I thought it would be perfectly fine. And it really is, as you can see. It really is. But when I put it up on the wall, I kind of noticed that I do have a little bit of gap right here, just a little bit. But I'm okay with it. I really am. But like I said, I just wanted to come on for a little bit, and I will take a picture of the baseboard, and I'm going to show you how it looks down here, because I don't think I did on my shorts video. But yeah, let me tell you something. This makes the room look totally bigger. It really does. It gives me that when someone walks through the door, they're gonna be like, oh my goodness, that looks so good. So that is the reason why it's probably gonna take me 2 days to get this straightened out, because I want to make sure when I paint, you don't see where a hole was, where a nail was, where anything was. And the thing of it is, right now, you can't see that I use 2 different boards here and here. You can't. Well, that's because I can't think of the name of this stuff. But yeah, so I just went around. Now, like I said, I got a caulk. And I got to fill all the nail holes that are in the wall molding or the wall trim. And then I'm going to sand first because I don't want it to get in the caulk. And I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to come back and seal up the cuts that I made on this wall. But like I said, I just wanted to come on for a minute. And I wanted to go more into detail as to what I used. And I'm going to tell you, I really like using primed wood. It is a little bit more expensive, but I like using prime wood because it saves you from having to have to prime and then paint. So yeah, and I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I wanted to tell you? I don't think so. Oh, and this is the nail brad that I use, which is rail by, or is it rail by? I think it's rail by, that I use to nail in the trim that is going, all of it. This is what I use right here, and I use 2-inch nails. I'm trying to see if I have the box. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. So these are the nails that I use. Okay, these are 2 inches. You need, I don't think you need to use anything bigger, but I use the 2-inch nails, and they are in there because I've had to pull, you know, like maybe 3 or 4 back off the wall to redo it, and it worked perfectly fine for me. It, you know, it did good for me. So thank you for watching my video. And like I said, I wanted to get a little bit more in depth as to what I use to do this wall. And oh, if you have to pull out a nail like this one right here, I have a pair of pliers. Now I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it on camera, but I pulled it up like that, and all I do is take it and get as close as I can, because I know a few women said that they were going to do this too. Even with this right here, I have to, you know, like I said, if you make a mistake and you got to take it off, so you put this on here like this, and let me see if I can do it on camera. And let me pull you down just a little bit. So you put it on, and you gotta put some muscle into it. Now sometimes it will break. So let me see if I can get it off with, and it broke. Yeah, it broke. So, but that is okay, because what I have to do is either try to see if I can use this again to, normally they come out, but this one, it wanted to break because I was on camera. But I have done it before. Like you can see the holes in this right here. So I've had to pull the nails back out. You know, because, you know, you can't put this on the wall with the nails stuck out, especially a 2-inch nail. And I'm trying, oh, here they go. So these are what the 2-inch nails will look like. This is actually backwards. So this is what it looks like right here. You have a lip right here, and this is the back, but the lip is what you're going to load into your nail braidler, and you just place it in. Because all you do is, let me make sure, you just, I got my finger on the button, I don't want to do that. You just slide it down, and so you see how it's in there, and that is it. And I did it with nails on. I've been doing a lot of projects with nails on. Now, hopefully, I will not break my nail. I hope to God I do not break my nail, because that is going to hurt, okay? So I've just been taking my time and doing everything slowly, yeah. But I just wanted to come on, and I wanted to, like I said, go into a little bit more depth as to what I did on the wall, because I did not do that in my shorts. You don't have to tell you honestly, you don't have to use a board this wide if you don't want it this wide. What you can do is you can use the board right there that is on the end if you want it to be a little bit smaller. You can definitely do that and still use the molding or trim inside of the box, because when I did my research, I saw all kinds of different sizes. I didn't want mine like boxes, but I didn't want that, because I know I'm going to be hanging something here and something here. So that is the reason why I made the space big enough so that way when I put a picture in there, I can definitely do. Now you see how big that is? So that way when I put a picture in here, I can definitely do that. Now let me see right quick. Like something like this, I don't know will fit. Yeah, it fits perfectly. It fit perfectly inside of the box. So that is the oh, and please let me say this: when you are putting, if you are putting pictures inside these boxes, don't put a picture this little, okay? Because I've seen a lot of videos of people have pictures this little inside of a big box like this. Or if they don't have this up here on the wall, they have it too high and then they have it so little. I had to learn that the hard way. And that is the reason why I had to fill a lot of holes when I first started doing this. Make sure you are aware of the size of the box or wall and put the correct size photos or pictures or artwork in on the wall or inside these boxes. You don't want the box to look so big and the pictures are like this little. You don't want to do that. I don't know if I know an 8x10 is not going it's going to be too little in these boxes. It is. I would have to do I can't think right now. I would have to do a bigger size than 8x10 in order for it to look cohesive inside this box, inside these boxes, since I do have them on the wall. So yeah, I just wanted to come on for a minute because I'm sweating. And yes, I do wear a hat because, let me tell you something, sand, and normally I take my hair and put it up inside of the hat, but I didn't do that this time. But thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please list them below. I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. And thank you for watching All Things Styled by Pam. And always remember to put that diamond touch on anything that you decide to do. And I will talk to you guys in another video. Bye. I will come back with it painted. And I think I'm going to use this color right here, even though I think that's the lighting that's making it look like that. I think. I don't know. But I will come back with another video when I do have it painted and have the room cleaned up. I will talk to you guys later. Oh, and join me on my Instagram at Diamond2872. I will be happy to have you over there. Bye.